Roman Wilson back deep at his old goal line. And he'll watch it dribble through the back of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10.
Solid grades. He's improved his mobility. He's a great field general. Meanwhile, McCarthy may have more upside.
Just a slight edge right now. They hand it off on 1st down to Blake Corum. Into the season in the college football playoff with that loss against Georgia. 2nd down and 6 to go. McNamara to pass. Incomplete at the 35-yard line, intended for Cornelius Johnson. Roman Wilson in motion now sets. Got a trips right formation. And the pass incomplete at the 34-yard line.
You're talking about Cade McNamara in Michigan. That is not how they want to start this game. 3 and out.
High spiraling punt. Comes down to Stovall. Right at the 20-yard line where he's engulfed and swarmed immediately.
Yes, the fans, they've been waiting forever to get their team back on this field, and you just felt the energy in that tunnel. Electric.
Of course, this Michigan team on the heels of the Big Ten championship trying to expunge the memory of last year and establish a new identity. Colorado State going to run it. That's Bivens. So you can handle that.
Yeah, you know, 32 years old, still got a little bounce in the step.
On the edge, that's going to be Torrey Holton.
We got to watch some Nevada tape. We got to watch some Montana State. The big unknown is who this Colorado State Rams team is.
Well, I'll tell you who it is. Clay Millen completes that pass to Tanner Arkin. Was a completion. He's only thrown 3 passes coming into the game this afternoon. That one right there came in front of over 100,000 people. He hands it off, and they're going to pick up a 1st down. That's Ajon Bivens. Took Nevada's previous team to 4 bowls in the last 5 years. They swing it out of the backfield. Complete, but nowhere to go for Bivens. Brought down immediately by Mike Morris.
Yeah, the air raid gives Colorado State an opportunity to have a puncher's chance. They're going to push the ball vertically down the field, run up-tempo schemes to try to tire them out.
And they're going to run it up to the 49-yard line.
Which seems like they got everybody to transfer over.
A lot of familiarity coming into the game. 3rd down and 6 for Clay Millen. Snap was high, and he's going to be sacked behind the line of scrimmage by Mike Sainstro. One coming from the Australian Paddy Turner. A line drive, end-over-end punt that stops at about the 19-yard line.
J.J. McCarthy is the playmaker that he wants. It's that old dilemma of Alex Smith versus Colin Kaepernick when he was with the San Francisco 49ers, and he's right back in that dilemma again.
They run it across the formation. Corum breaks it loose. Got into space, picked up the 1st down, but he picks up 19.
This is what the Joe Moore Ward offensive line does. They move people, and I love this kid, Blake Corum. When I went to practice on Thursday, he had McDickums for legs. Look at those bad boys. I mean, he is powerful when he's running down the field. They need to keep feeding him. That's their recipe to success.
Home run hitter in the backfield. 1st down and 10 from the 39. Wolverines in a trips right. Little bubble screen complete to Roman Wilson. Got a great block, sprung loose. Tiptoe. Wilson still on his feet. Magic from Michigan. Touchdown.
Mark, when we talked to Coach Harbaugh, he said, I want to know the guys that are going to block for the touchdown. Don't just dream about the big play. And there's Roman Wilson tiptoeing in his Jordans down the sideline for a touchdown. That play's not made if it isn't for Ronnie Bell here in the big house.
Wilson with his 5th touchdown of his career, and it was...
Or maybe even the WNBA in the front office. She's a superstar in the making.
Yeah, she certainly had a lot of opportunities and extremely highly qualified. Hey, it was 15 years ago this weekend, if you remember, that Appalachian State defeated Michigan right here at the Big House. Let's see how the Rams respond here. Millen completes it out of the backfield to Bivens last year. So didn't see a lot of action. Millen steps up, avoids harm, and throws a pick at the 50. It's coming back. Rod Moore Still on his feet inside the 15.
And you'll see this is the safety right here that he's just not paying attention to. As the play rolls, you see the pass rush. He's looking, and you can see his vision cone there. The safety, Rodmore, steps right in front of it. It was almost like taking candy away from a baby. He didn't see him. Maybe it's all this maize and blue in the stands.
Keep an eye on Eric Hall, number 83, the big tight end, an imposing target at 6'5". McNamara comes underneath, and it's incomplete.
Field advantage on your side. Everybody's been waiting for college football. Show them why.
You're going to blow the play dead prior to the snap. Let's go down to Quinn.
He knows he messed up. That's great coaching right there.
2nd and 10. Handed off into the boundary and a nice shoelace tackle. McNamara throws it, interception. Gave it right back to Howell. And the Rams have possession. We're going to see how angry he gets after this pick that he threw right into the arms of the defender, Jack Howell.
After review, it was determined that the ball hit the ground. The defender did not maintain possession. Therefore, it was an incomplete pass. It'll be 4th down.
Let's take another look at this play. Robert, the ball appears to hit.
Yeah, you can see it right there. He tried to scoop it. It slipped through. And, oh, man, Cade McNamara is the happiest guy in the stadium.
And now in comes Rosa Award winner Jake Moody to attempt a 31-yard field goal. Got a strong leg. And an accurate one as well. Wolverines off to an auspicious beginning here. All right, thanks a lot, Kevin. 1st and 10. Let's see how quarterback Clay Millen responds after throwing that on the previous series. 8:06 to go here in the opening quarter. Millen in his first career start. They go empty. 5 receivers. And it gets tipped into the arms of Melquan Stovall. And that's going to be a 20-yard pickup.
Well, Mark, they've got tempo here, and they've got no choice to keep throwing the ball. This is what the air raid is all about.
High snap. They get it out on the receiver screen, complete to Horton, trying to get to the edge. You see the distance between the quarterback and the tailback there, Bivens. They run that pistol. And there's going to be no gain on the play. Benny's. But that was last year. It's about the present and defense. Here's the punt from Patty Turner. He's QB1 for this week. Next week it'll be J.J. McCarthy against Hawaii. McNamara hands it off on 1st down.
You're going to see them all, because if you've ever watched a Michigan game under Jim Harbaugh, running the ball is their identity. They're going to force their will on you.
2nd down and 4. McNamara gets it out quickly, complete for the 1st down. 1st down and 10. Schoonmaker and Eric All, a couple of extremely talented tight ends for Michigan. Remember, All had that big touchdown catch in the conference title game against Iowa. This time they hand it off between the tackles. That's Donovan Edwards.
These guys can both catch it and block, which is a rarity in the NFL today.
Donovan Edwards in motion, sets, quick slant, complete. That's going to be a 1st down catch by Ronnie Bell, whose backside never touched the turf, kept the play alive, and number 8 is back. First game last year, suffered an ACL injury.
So let's watch and see. Oh, right there, you can see his arm went down. But Mark, you ain't lying. The crowd was excited.
Yeah. Yeah, big hitter.
Runner was not down initially. After review, it was determined that he was down at the 46-yard line, where it will be 1st down Michigan.
They're going to run it again. Corum stopped up right near the line of scrimmage.
6-yard touchdown catch before he even got hurt.
2nd and 9. McNamara. There's a flag down. The pass completed the 38-yard line.
Holding. Defense. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
If we could identify that one, Mark, there was a lot of holding on that play. So.
Across the board from the 38. On the reverse, this is Henning. And Henning tackled at about the 31-yard line. 2nd and 4. Checks it down underneath, complete to his tailback Corum. Little ace formation here for the Wolverines. 2 tight ends. Single back on 1st and 10. They're going to run it again to the right side.
Getting the ball where it's supposed to be. And the guys that are playmakers on the offense are making plays for them.
This is the 10th play of the drive for the Wolverines. McNamara worked a lot on his accuracy over the offseason. Didn't need it this time. Hands it off.
He put in that work, and he showed everybody what it's like to be an All-American offensive lineman. He's going to be a high draft pick this year.
Backs lining up out of the eye. They'll run it again. And a great tackle in the backfield that time.
Right, they're going to grind on you. It's not going to always be big plays, but they're going to establish a line of scrimmage, and they're going to let you know, we're going to enforce our will, we're going to break you down, and eventually you're going to give in. Colorado State has to make sure they don't do that.
Time to bow up if you're the Rams. Against the run again, Corum. Got 3 receivers out to the left of McNamara. Comes back the other way on the move. The work he's done with Jordan Palmer, his quarterback skills coach this summer out in California. Just underway here in the 2nd quarter. And Colorado State. I did remind everyone it was 15 years ago this weekend that Appalachian State defeated Michigan. I'm sure North Carolina had wind of that somehow. 13-0. Let's see what the Rams get done here on offense. Need to string together a couple of first down. Deep shot! And incomplete at the 40-yard line. And Jim Harbaugh was thinking on this long pass attempt.
I know he's seeing Horton do a pirouette right there, and he's saying, please drop that ball. And that one would have been a spectacular catch, but they need to make those plays.
Avery Morrow in the backfield on 2nd down and 10 for the Rams. And Millen is sacked. Put up those dukes a little bit.
Yeah, he said,
slow down, champ.
Hey, champ, you might not make it to the fight if you don't back up off my wife.
Millen avoiding the rush. There's a flag down. Millen helicopters high.
There is no foul for defensive holding. Result of the play is 4th down.
The rest of your life. Here's the punt from Turner.
Those players were ready to go.
They're going to run it. This is Corum again, and Corum picks up.
Every day matters, but only 12 of them count. And he's talking about the 12 games that they're guaranteed this season.
QB2 is in the ball game. McCarthy, the 6'3" sophomore out of Illinois, has Corum behind him in the backfield. Let's see what he gets done here on 1st down and 10. Hands it off to Corum, who picks up about 4 on the play.
It's biblical, and I'm like, how's it biblical, Coach? You got to give me a little bit more than just it's Solomon.
I thought he was going to talk about Peter getting out of his boat and walking on water.
The year in 1999. So I think that's what Jim Harbaugh, the book that he's reading, but that ain't the Bible, my guy.
Okay. And that's going to be a sack.
See Mohamed Kamara at the top of your screen. They call him a more dynamic pass rusher. You see him get the rip there, and oh my Lord.
Back at his own 17-yard line to retrieve this punt from Brad Robbins, Westerville, Ohio, grad student. On the Ray Guy watch list, a booming punt. Comes down at the 16-yard line. And a fair catch called.
Bordered by more water than the entire Atlantic coast of the U.S. Incredible.
Facts. Colorado State going to run it for 2 yards.
Yeah, I guess you never know something until you find out. We got some facts for you after this play right here.
I can't wait. 2nd down and 8. Millen sacked.
Gami, which means large water. And those guys learned how much water is in this state. And now they're trying to flood this Colorado State offense.
I see what you did there. Coming in like a flood. A tidal wave of defense for the sack on Clay Millen. Pickup where Hutchinson left off last year.
Yeah, everyone's wondering who's going to be the pass rushers. And here you got number 18. Hey, he's a transfer from Alabama, went to Tennessee Martin, and then he came back here. Iyabi, number 18, a situational pass rusher going out there laying the smack down.
Wolverines are going to have fantastic field position after this punt. They're going to be down at about the 49-yard line. Here's who comes in here.
Ruling on the field is the kicking team was the first to touch it. It'll be 1st down, Michigan.
Got to see how much he's going to put him in what spots this year to get the most out of him.
Try to run the stretch zone, nowhere to go. I'm sure you've got it. 2nd down and 9. Play clock down to 12. Got 3 receivers out to the right of Cade McNamara. They choose to run it. Good call, Edwards. Trying to bounce it outside.
You know what's funny, Mark, is Jay Norvell came over from Nevada to Colorado State after he blew the doors off of Colorado State. So now he's coaching the team that he blew out while he was at Nevada, and it's interesting why he made that decision.
Something feel a little interesting about that. Nice run between the tackles by Donovan Edwards.
You guys got to make sure the swag is right for sure.
Yes. Run it into the boundary with Donovan Edwards, moving the pile. 2nd down and 3. A yawning hole for Corum.
And we got to show the offensive line some love. You're going to see Trent Jones there open up the hole for Blake Corum as he makes that defensive lineman Cam Baratow miss in the hole.
Like Robin. And here he is again over the.
No doubt about it.
2nd and goal. Into the boundary. Corum again. North-south. Touchdown, Michigan.
Listen, you're talking about Zach Center and the center, Oluwatimi, pulling around, giving Blake Corum a hole.
Somewhere. Extra point good. It's 20-0. Corum with a sport.
Told us that he feels like everyone's looking at no Aiden Hutchinson.
Right.
No David Ojabo. They got beat in the last game that everyone saw them against.
All right, back here it's 20-0 Wolverines. 5:25 to go in the 1st half. Clay Millen and the Ram offense has been impotent so far. Devoid. You know who's putting that butter on your bread, right? Millen 6 of 10. Put a quick receiver screen. Nowhere to go. Well played on the corner.
Their fastest player and by far their best cover guy. Right there, he's showing you how eager he is to tackle.
Hey, speaking of that, in the 2nd half, folks, we're going to tell you about the biggest freak in all of college football. He's wearing number 58 for Michigan. Mozzie Smith.
It's him right there.
Pass complete underneath to McCullough.
Maybe they can build something here to take into the half to feel good about it.
Millen's dad, Hugh, played collegiately at Washington. His first road game as a collegian was right here at the Big House in Michigan. Millen zips it in there complete.
This guy is a leader amongst men, and he should definitely be in the conversation for some of those bigger jobs around the country.
Colorado State's got a great one. 2nd and 7. His quarterback trying to escape. Tiptoes out of bounds for the first.
And you think about Bob Stoops and that staff and the different coaches that he has pollinated with who have benefited, but now is his turn, and I think he's in a great spot here.
And they complete the pass, Q, to Horton. And that's really the way it should be off the jump.
100%, Mark. He said it makes everybody have to be more accountable.
The scales have balanced a little bit more and tipped more towards the players. Well, no play here. Flag down, quarterback down.
Holding, number 52, offense. Penalty is declined. Result of the play, 3rd down.
All right, Kevin, 3rd and 19 for the Rams. On their own 41, still haven't scored a point in this football game. Michigan's defense with 3 sacks already in the first half. Millen on the run. Slides in short of the first down by about 5 yards.
I like the call. Look for them to try to get the ball to number 14, Torrey Horton.
Out of the shotgun. And there's the 4th sack of the afternoon.
And you're going to see Jalen Harrell get past the tackle, and then Braden McGregor's going to come in and finish him off.
Okay.
And the reference that Coach Jim Harbaugh was making was to the fact that you plant 2 seeds, you water them, and there's also a level of the transfer portal, and he doesn't want one of them to leave because he's got 2 great ones.
That part. That pass complete to the tight end. What a grab in traffic. Eric All. Houston Xavier All. 8 pounds, 4 ounces.
There's Eric All. You see him in the middle of the field. Look at that catch below the waist with the fingertips, and then he's trying to score. He's trying to show.
He'll be able to tell his son he caught a pass the day he was born and played it. Have children. 3rd down and 6. That pass way high in college football. This one coming from the left hash. Light work.
Oh, someone in the booth just showed me the picture of Raleigh fingers.
Now you know what he is. That right? Is that stash the same or what?
Got from Curly Q.
Yep.
And when he came back, he took his job back, and he's an All-American himself. He will be an NFL punter someday, and he's one of the best leaders on their team.
Not a lot of times that you hear that coming from a punter.
Often, especially when you're playing a team like Colorado State that's got so many different transfers.
Rams will watch this come down. A fair catch called at the 2-yard line.
Down. And your running game is just running right into the face of Mozzie Smith and Chris Jenkins. So I'd like to see them just open it up and say, listen, we're going to throw it 40 times this half.
1st and 10, they're going to run it between the tackles. A gain of about 2.5 yards.
Quarterback in terms of making his reads. This is all new for this young quarterback. Settle down and keep it simple.
Nice look there, Quint, as he gets it out quickly. More of that.
Yeah, and you see, when you get receivers in space, space is the defense's nightmare. Melquan Stovall, nice play there, getting up the field and getting a spark to this offense.
Bivens runs it. One of the leaders on that offensive side of the football. Quick receiver screen, bubble screen. Boy, that Michigan defense can run. Colorado State just 1 of 6 on 3rd downs this afternoon. Got 4 receivers out. Millen under duress and sacked.
5 and moving like that, I understand why.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Millen, ball comes loose, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. No, it's not whistle dead. It's still alive. Turner is going to waltz into the end zone for a touchdown. And the touchdown.
If you're Clay Millen here, you got to have that clock go off and say, hey, I got to get rid of the football. They've been harassing me all day. But what a job by DJ Turner right there. Always played through the whistle. They didn't blow it dead. Get a stiff arm. DJ Turner on the 1s and 2s, walking in the end zone. You got to love it.
Millen going through his progressions there, and yeah, the ball clearly came loose. Knocked out. Mike Morris might have been the guy to get there first. And what a start to this 3rd quarter for the Wolves.
Ben Herbert, and I've always believed the strength coach is a secret weapon to every college program.
Facts. And this one will come out 1st and 10 from the
35, 22 times. That's unbelievable.
Trying to put that into some kind of layman's terms and context. It's tough to do. Nice run around the end. Hey, I almost lost you, partner.
Even the
almost lost you on the bench press.
Even the chain said, man, stop playing.
Ooh, boy, 3:35. Ozzie Smith, infinite reps seemingly with that number. Nice run between the tackles again. Some real unique athletic talents and functional strength. Ozzie Smith has it. This time, Vivian's going to run it into the boundary, nowhere to go.
Half-inch matters.
It's on the money, right? Put the money on tape. And in the drill, it's 35 million. Going to be sacked again. That's the 6th one.
Just watch them. They're rushing 5. They're all meeting the quarterback in the backfield like it's a defensive team meeting.
Wow.
No Aiden, no Ajabo. We got this.
Low snap for the punter, Patty Turner, and a returnable punt. It's Henning trying to get to the edge. They force him inside, and
That's going to be an interesting game.
Should
be a barn burner.
I smell money.
Albany, New York. Albany.
9:24. Oh, a hurdle by Corum in college, I think. 11-yard gain. Stokes in the backfield now for the Wolverines.
Let's not just bypass that hurdle right there by Blake Corum, though. I mean, that was impressive athleticism.
Little receiver screen, getting to the edge. It's Roman Wilson.
Corum's known for the jump cut, so you got to sit down and tackle him. Well, you sit down, whoop, he goes over the top.
And FAMU down in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. Coach Prime doing his thing.
You know, prayers up to everybody there in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes.
Praying for the best and a resolution quickly.
3rd down and 5. It's usually a Ronnie Bell type of situation. He checks it down underneath to Edwards. And Edwards going to be stopped up cover corner, showing that he can tackle. They're going to line up and go quickly on 4th and short. And they'll pick up the 1st down. Donovan Edwards. Wade McNamara in a quarterback. Voted one of the team captains. Comes McCarthy now. QB2, J.J. McCarthy enters the ball game. Stokes in the backfield. McCarthy out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Stokes. Stokes into space. Stokes still in the backfield. 3 receivers out to the right. He's going to keep it himself. McCarthy, great move, accelerates and scores. So, and I mean, he got away.
And you'll see it. JJ, he makes the right read, makes a move in the open field, and jump man jumping. That boy is up to him. Because just like that, he steals the show. More of those chunky yardage plays that they want.
Fair catch called. It'll be first. Riveting and compelling action last night. Serena Williams, the GOAT of tennis. Arguably the best athlete of our time. Not female, the best athlete of our time. Nice run by the Rams, picking up about 8 yards. Happy to see what she does next.
Oh, man, just generational talent, legendary. She came in with beads in her hair and went out with diamonds.
2nd and 1. The Rams will get the 1st down. That's more
together. And I think it's reminiscent of what Michigan's been doing today. Without Ozzie Smith and the leadership of Cade McNamara, they wouldn't be dominating this game or ready to go on a run this year the way they have been.
Yeah. 1st down and 10. Rams are going to run it into the boundary. This is Morrow still, and Morrow picks up about. I warned you.
I had on some red and black J's. They approached me halfway through practice and said, "Hey man, what's your shoe size?" Brought me some all white J's to get them red things out of here. So next time I'm gonna wear an all red uniform so I can get a whole new feel.
2nd down and 5 for Colorado State. They try and punch it straight ahead.
Maybe he's trying to get a free shirt. Who knows?
There's always one, Robert.
Parking space, and he's had to adjust to that on the fly in this game.
On 4th and long, 4th and 3. They rack up another sack.
Sideline from Ozzie Smith, who's right here in the middle of your screen. He's fighting. He wants to show people that he can rush the passer. And right there getting that sack is a...
Poetry as part of his major. Putting together some poems for a future assignment. Here's some poetry in motion. McCarthy.
Can get the ball where it's supposed to be.
Got to pass. Complete underneath. And a nice
twice. They talked about it. He said, hey, this team on offense is better than it was last year simply because we have experienced guys. 2 quarterbacks that played a bunch. JJ played in 11 games last year. Cade started the whole season, so they're ready to roll this year.
Going to keep it himself. On the RPO, stays on his feet. Tipped. Little bubble screen, complete out to the edge. Anthony.
Vanilla. To me, Cade is vanilla. JJ is chocolate.
And we got a 3rd quarterback in now. Somebody's going to do that and get put in the friend zone.
I was going to say, some of those girls right there in the front look like they're trying to get married tonight.
The pass complete. McCarthy.
Whether you're playing at the collegiate level or at the NFL, there's a lot of pressure on these guys. So for him to come out and put on this showcase right now in limited action is impressive.
McCarthy hands it off. His tailback straight between the tackles down to the 1-yard line. They're going to go fast here. Edwards again, and he'll score.
Told number 77, Trevor Keegan, he actually lost 25 pounds. Take care of business and make sure that they go out, beat both their rivals, Ohio State and Michigan.
Here's the kick. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25. Let's go. All right. Big time scramble right there. Going to be interesting to see what happens with the Pac-12 this year. 1st down run.
And with this team trying to find their identity and also find out who's going to be their quarterback.
2nd down and 6. Millen just got rid of it complete. Out of the backfield.
See what this year's team will do. And we've seen a little bit of that on defense. We've seen Mike Morris and Mozzie Smith and Chris Jenkins and Jalen Harrell. Braden McGregor, I mean, all these guys have gotten in the backfield making some noise. So we're going to see who's going to step up and be that guy for the foreseeable future throughout the rest of the year.
Here he is again, Palm Bailey. And Bailey's Glade, Florida, from the muck. If you know about that part of Central Florida, they produce a lot of NFL players. They might have a shot without her makeup on.
Right.
See what it was really like. And Dad said that Michigan passed with flying colors. They were the same as they were as when they made their official visit.
It's because they had Aiden Hutchinson and David Ajabo. They weren't going to drop those guys into coverage, so they're excited to see.
Out of that pistol formation, they give it to the thumper Bailey. And Bailey's going to pick up another.
That's what you're kind of seeing right now. They're not going to quit. They get knocked down 7-8 times. They're going to get up back 9 times. So for him, he just has to show that leadership that I think he is.
Back here, 44-0, just under 10 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Rams with the ball. 1st down and 10 from the Wolverine 36. Out of the pistol formation, the handoff. And Bailey might have gotten a yard.
And they just do a phenomenal job of explaining to their guys what they're looking for. And they brought him in because they wanted some continuity in their system on defense so the guys are.
A shot downtown! And it's caught! The Colorado State Rams on the scoreboard finally with just under 9 minutes to go. Torrey Horton with his catch. Got him behind his defender. And we'll be back right after this.
Looks like Clay Millen finally found the what?
Man, Q, you had me at 4 languages. Unbelievable for that time and the context of that time. What he would have went through. Here's the kickoff return all the way out to the University of Hawaii. Stokes in the backfield on 1st down and 10. The play fake. Wide open underneath to Stokes. And pushed out of bounds.
CU football, prime time.
We got a great look at Jackson State in the Celebration Bowl.
I just love when we do those features and those highlights because it's always important for people to understand how far the game has come from back in those days.
It's evolved in a big way. Keep it between the tackles. Stokes, how is
season in 2019, and it's about building the room to understand that the rooms that are the most successful are the ones that support each other. Right, happy for their success.
Great to hear how that dynamic plays out. That's is having a little bit of an ego, healthy ego. So everybody wants to play.
There's a natural belief that you're the guy for the job. And with the transfer portal and having options, it's been cool to see these Michigan quarterbacks stick around and try to compete.
Run around the end.
Holding, number 74, offense, 10-yard penalty, remains second down.
Or hitting the road and getting a fresh start.
Yeah, that's a great thing to contemplate. Couldn't get the answer right after this. Pass complete to the tight end.
Cade McNamara is the definition of a Michigan man, right? He's gone out here. He's earned the respect and trust of Cade there in the back. And he's the guy that just gets the job done. So I think Michigan doesn't just have an embarrassment of riches. I also think that they have two guys that truly support each other. And I think that's why they're sticking around.
Can't wait to see what it looks like in week 3 when the dust settles. Engineered some scoring drives and gave way to first ever female graduate assistant in Power 5 conference football.
Her on this staff with her brother Mike Morris on the defensive side as one of their top pass rushers.
On the handoff, couldn't get to the edge. Spotter in the booth here, as I'm watching on the ESPN app. Pass incomplete.
So happy you're able to shout them all out and give them the credit that's due.
4th and goal. Touchdown.
He makes the read, and what do you know, guys? It's an orgy in the end zone.
Robert Griffin III, Quint Kesnick down in the field. On the first Saturday in September, college football.
Difference in this game was honestly the offensive and defensive lines. Talked about it in the keys. Hold the line.
Right.
The defensive line dominated, harassing the
equalizer potentially being that air raid offense for Colorado State, but it didn't come close to that today. They've got Pooler in now at quarterback. Their backup. An offense looks like without the extremely talented and wise offensive coordinator Tony Elliott in the pocket, because you can miss me with all that diet stuff. 4th and 1. And that's going to be it. Michigan Wolverines with another win at home. They went undefeated at the Big House last year. A couple of former foes in the Big Ten as players, friends as coaches, and players in the NFL meeting at midfield.